Are very close to freezing. Mainly this is all rain, but where you see the colors of pink, we are seeing some freezing rain as temperatures drop to 32 or so. But really from Dallas, Ellis, and Collin counties eastward, it's just a cold rain for this morning and really the rest of the day. As you zoom a little bit closer into the Metroplex, very few icy spots are expected because, as Madison mentioned, the roads were treated and temperatures are just very marginal, around 31, 32 degrees as this rain is falling. I want to show you Jason McLaughlin's picture. This is out of Mineral Wells, and he is showing a coat of ice that's on the parked cars that have been outside overnight. And that ice is not only on cars, but also showing up on other elevated metal objects like mailboxes and road signs. Jason's reporting that the roads are okay, but you can see that's just a solid sheet of ice on that car. And so that's a sign that things are getting a little bit more serious out to the west of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, where temperatures have dropped into the upper 20s, like Weatherford, for example. Mineral Wells temperatures are in the upper 20s as well. Stephenville, Comanche. So where you see temperatures around 29, 28 degrees, that's where we're starting to see more issues. In the Metroplex, again, we're right on the threshold. I think we will see, again, a little bit of freezing rain, especially in Johnson, Tarrant, and Denton counties this morning, where you're under a winter weather advisory. But then it should transition all over to a cold rain by later on this morning into the afternoon. So some rain and freezing rain this morning, but only minor travel impacts in this color of pink. But the color of blue out west of the Dallas-Fort Worth area this morning is where we have the greater threat of seeing accumulating ice in places like Mineral Wells, Bridgeport, down toward Stephenville. Then this afternoon, that area of freezing rain moves farther to the west, so I think all of the Metroplex by this afternoon is just dealing with the cold rain. And then as we get into the areas in our far western counties, that's where we'll see that freezing rain even this afternoon in our far western counties. But in the Metroplex, we're mainly going to be dealing with the chance of freezing rain here this morning. And then you can see by noon, it's all just cold rain with that freezing rain area moving farther away, and temperatures in the mid to upper 30s later on this afternoon. Mainly what you should plan for today in the Metroplex is just a wet, nasty day. The roads are not going to be terribly icy in the Metroplex. We might have one or two spots on bridges or overpasses that we have to keep an eye on. We'll get a break from the rain overnight tonight, and then tomorrow more rain moves in, and I do think there's a chance of accumulating snow from Mineral Wells and Bridgeport back up to the north, and temperatures tomorrow will be in the upper 30s for us. But we could see maybe up to an inch of snow northwest of the Dallas-Fort Worth area coming up for tomorrow. So a couple of very busy weather days ahead. Today, it's mainly rain, but we do have some of that freezing rain, especially from I-35W westward, and it's in areas along and west of 281. So Mineral Wells, Stephenville, up toward Jacksboro. Those are the areas that have the greater threat today of seeing maybe a thin sheet of ice on some bridges and overpasses. Then tomorrow, for the Metroplex, it's just a rain, but if you live northwest of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, maybe some snow for tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper 30s, and then finally we quiet down, get that sun back on Friday, and highs will be in the 60s coming up for this weekend and get back outside.
Oh, good.